Good to see the gate is working properly. Good to see my remote is working properly. So we're going to talk about cleaning your bike as a step in the maintenance process. And I think this is something that a lot of newbies misunderstand about cleaning your bike. It isn't just about how it looks. It's giving you the ability to see when something's changing. It's putting your hands on the bike and going, huh, that's loose, or that looks weird, or that zip tie just broke, or hey, why do I have a little oil there? That's not somewhere I should have oil. If you're cleaning your bike regularly and then there's oil back where there shouldn't be oil, you know you have an oil leak somewhere. Somehow you got oil where it should not be. If you don't clean your bike regularly, you may not know. Because, hey, did that get there? Is it something on the road? Did it spill at some point? Like, you don't know how long that's been there. If you clean the bike and it comes back, well, I mean, this tells you something. You can see the snail trail, right? You can see where it came from, where it was going. The other thing cleaning your bike does is it helps reduce rust. It helps not get rid of it, but avoid it. If you don't normally ride in the wet and your bike is kept in the garage and such, why would cleaning my bike reduce rust? Well, the answer is you get condensation in places you don't want it. It builds up. And rust isn't just about moisture sitting there. It's about a surface not having any oil on it, any lubricant. It's having corrosive material sitting on it like bug guts. If you clean your bike regularly, the natural protective, and I say natural as in like the things they put on from the factory, they're not natural, but the protective coatings and finishes will do their job. If you leave bug guts on there, they can eat away at those protective coatings. This was not the right choice of road. We're going to go this way. I'm literally just out for a ride, and then I've got to go to the grocery store. So, cleaning your bike both makes it look good, helps it last longer, helps you know when you have a problem, and gets you a little more familiar with your bike. Because let's face it, a lot of people are just not familiar with them. They don't know like all the little nuts and bolts and what's where and where it all connects. And if you don't mess with it, you won't know. Like, you may know in theory, but you don't really know. For example, I found the source of a rattle that's been driving me nuts since I got the bike. Oh, well, check this out. That's awesome. It helps. I found that rattle because I was just checking over that everything in my control linkages was snug. It's my shift lever. I mean, I don't know that bolt can be tightened any further. Maybe not. But it has a little play that is not entirely necessary. And it is creating this opportunity for a chunk of metal to rattle back and forth. And at highway speeds, it's rattling back and forth and making noise. But I have been tearing my hair out trying to find that particular rattle because I thought it was in the front half of the bike, like in front of my handlebars, so to speak. And it wasn't. It was at my foot. So if I hadn't been going over the bike, I wouldn't have known. Don't you pull out in front of me, dude. Lady. It is quite the hill. You pull onto that, you better be real quick on that gas. Don't be in the wrong gear. So not only are you protecting the bike from rust, you're making sure that you're, catching any leaks or drips or anything like that. You're going to find any loose hoses, loose wiring, loose fittings. And I mean, it's not a cure-all. You're not going to absolutely check everything. But compared to not washing your bike regularly, not going over it and cleaning things off, you're going to miss a lot. And my advice is to do it at least as often as you do your chain. And you're doing your chain every 500 to 700 miles, right? Aren't you? Are you? You really should be. Now, if you have a belt drive or a chain or a shaft drive, well, I mean, it's still a good metric. Just don't do it when you do your drive system because, well, you'd never do it. So, still, every 500, 700, 800 miles, at most every 1,000, depends on how much you ride. I look at it as it's the type of miles. It's the how many miles did I do and how rough were they. I will talk to you guys later. I'm at the grocery store. I need to get some groceries. I have today and tomorrow off, and it is 9:24 in the morning, and I would like to get my errands done because supposedly we're going to get rain later. So I want to get this video filmed, I want to get my errands done, and then I want to be at home editing, gaming, generally enjoying my days off. So sayonara, ladies and gentlemen.